All right, chord inversions. So if you look at a C, you can just make it into, this is call it a root position chord because you got the C in the bass and it's on top. Root, third, fifth, root. Now, if you go to an F, you do it like this. It's got the C in the bass. So technically that's an F over C. You know, this is an F chord with a C in the bass. And that's fifth, root, third, fifth. So you got a fifth on either side of that. So that's a C, and that's an F. And then if you look at, you know, a really cool way to look at it is look at it off a G. Like if you play a G but leave out the two, you got a G over B. So that's a G. There's a G there with the third in the bass. So that's third, fifth, root, third. C is root position. F is the second inversion, the fifth in the bass. And then this G, that's first inversion. You got the third in the bass. So you get a kind of set of, and this is 1, 4, 5. Now when you want to bar that up, you just kind of move C to, here now it's a D. And you can do it a couple different ways. You can have it, because you need to block out this open third string, so you can just change your hand and just get a version that's like that. That third string's getting blocked. Or you can, it's actually kind of a cool way to do it. You gotta watch that string gets muted by using the side of this finger. Also the E string's getting muted too by the side of this finger. And then if you overreach with the ring finger, it mutes the sixth string. Or you can use your thumb. But you can also get, you can go like that. Like put your pinky where your ring finger is, and then everybody just moves along, and that allows your first finger to cover. So that's like a D chord, but if you look at it, it's just a C, and you're moving it up, and that's a great chord. And a lot of people know that from the beginning of Under the Bridge by the Chili's. But there's your D, then you go to a G like this, and then that first inversion is like you bar, like you're making an A chord, bar it, and then put that finger in the bass. And you can play that all, you can play it all as one chord, or you can play it as a lot of times I like to kind of grease it up. So you got D, G over D, A over C sharp. Just practice that. Whatever feel you want. Okay, man. Now, each one of these chords you could use it for, like, this is a D, and then you can move it up here for a G, and then up here for an A. Or you could use this for a G, that for an A, and this for the D. Or you could use that for the A. There it is as the D, and here it is. So when you're trying to figure out, because here you got the C sharp in the bass, if you look at it, it's the third string that tells you what the chord is. Or you can think of the bar, A, B, C, D, F, G. There's an exercise for you. Then you can do your sharps too. Just kind of like get used to knowing what that is. Anyway, and then scoot on up here. Now you got your first inversion for the D. That's a D. Now your G is root position. Then you go down here, 7th fret for the A, second inversion. And if you notice, that finger's right where you would wish it to be. And then you just boogie on up to D up here. Second inversion. G at the 14th fret. It's a bit of a scrunch. And then A at the 12th fret. So you can just do an exercise like so that's all three of the chords. And the thing is, that's kind of three different sets of the three chords, but you could also just slide in and out of those at will. Like, now I'm gonna go for this one here. And that's nice, you know? You end up right where you started. And you can do it backwards. It doesn't work as well, but it's possible, right? And if you look at this position, it's a really nice position to play leads out of. Maybe that's another story, but it's also nice to do picking out of. Maybe a little higher, like in G. So, yeah, just, so that's all. I just did it all in D because that's kind of the first key. But you can move it up to E, F, A, that was G, now A, B, and back to C.